Live from the William Hill Sportsbook at Silver Sevens Hotel and Casino, it's Cofield and Company.
Trying to just grab all the bags, as the kids say. Is that how they say it? I don't know, whatever.
No, stop with the... Where was the question?
You're going to kill me over some pizza?
Yes.
It's time for Cofield and Company with Steve Cofield on Espn Las Vegas.
Yeah, there it is. Head of research for Cofield and Company. Brady sent me 1985. I had the wrong year. 1985 for Cecil Cooper. And I was just so pissed as a 15-year-old. What a freaking stat nerd. And I'll have to look back at when he got stuck. I'm sure Brady can look at the game log. Because I was just mentioning how I every day I read Joey Gallo's stats. And I'm like, yeah, let's go. 239, 20, and 46 after today's game. But yeah, Cecil Cooper, 85, 16 homers, 99 ribs. Back in my day, you didn't have to launch everything. You could be a spray hitter, a gap hitter, and drive in 100 runs. I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't either. Getting very reminiscent.
Yes. Because the roots of all this nonsense doing sports talk was obsessing over freaking Cecil Cooper and his open batting stance. Big Five time.
Battle-Born Injury Lawyers presents the Big Five at 5. Number 5.
We'll do it live. No, we'll do it live.
We're doing live video right now up on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. Ari, I need to confirm. We have our soundbite for the big lighting story. Okay. You know, we talk about Big Chicken all the time, harkening back to the evil Big Tobacco. And we've talked about Big Chicken is just playing us. Because every 3 months, it seems like there's another fast food restaurant that has their chicken sandwich. And I'm telling you, this was a grand plan like 2.5 years ago. Everyone's going to get their turn. We're going to get social media all worked up every 3 months. And here's the latest chicken sandwich. Oh, I got to try this new one against the old one. Like, it's clearly a work. This is Vince McMahon-esque.
Isn't Carl's Jr. the most recent?
I think.
I think they've got an entrant.
Well, I think Chiking with the real creepy commercials with Paul Giamatti reading it, where the king's like running because now the chicken is going to take over the Whopper.
It's ridiculous.
You don't watch enough commercials, man.
I watch none.
And then I watched two, man. I haven't seen the first time I heard someone try to pronounce it. It was Marv Albert on the basketball game, and I'm like, that's not right. I forget. He just boxed it.
Chiking.
Yeah. No, he didn't even do the chip. It was like chicken. Like, no, that's the point. It's not supposed to be chicken. Tonight's game brought to you by Chicken.
I was like 3 months behind on the scoop.
Yes.
On the scoop, there it is. I just don't watch commercials. People are like, they play that too much. I'm like, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, stop.
Yeah, I've seen it now.
Oh, it's beautiful.
But I mean, it was like months into it.
Sprinkles.
Yeah.
So I think we found the next great conspiracy with some big, like there's an overarching commander of a business. Have you thought about the whole LED thing going on with the lights and how long they last? This was Soren Petro on our podcast on Wednesday night, and he started to lose it. And, like, I'm crazy. When he started talking about how he's going to fight back against big lighting, it got a little unsettling.
I think the biggest scam going over the last 7 years is this bullshit. What are these lights we're supposed to buy now? What are they? They last forever. LED. So, minimum 5 years, 5-year guarantee.
Yep.
So I get them, I buy them, and then I tape the receipt to the box, and I keep them in an area around where I put them in.
That's
and
so
in 2.5 years, when this bullshit facade, this scam has been perpetuated on us to triple our light bulb costs, I take it out and I go back and I go, yeah, here it is. I'm sorry, I need a replacement. And they go, no, you have to contact the manufacturer.
He goes to the store and he's like, 5 years, 8 years, 10 years, the light's out already. I want a replacement. I'm like, dude, that's not going to work.
How?
He's so mad.
How much are light bulbs? I feel like they're like $2.
Are you serious? Who buys the light bulbs at your hostel that you own?
I do.
No, what's happened is they've weaned us off of the old style lights, and now they're like, oh, it's lower wattage. it's brighter, but they last forever. So from an economical standpoint, it's great. So like light bulbs can be expensive now.
I don't
But
fall
you're
for
like, oh, it's going to be there for 5 years. And then no one really tracks it. But apparently that lunatic is going through his house and he's like, these are 5-year lights and they're out in, 15 months. And he's taping the receipt and the box and all over the house. Oh, here, this one? Yeah, August of it's out in 2 years and 1 month. 7-year light.
I mean, I'm with it. I'm with this on batteries. When I started buying the more expensive batteries, and I don't feel like they last any longer, so I'm back to the cheapest ones. I'm on the cheapest lights too.
Okay,
I'll buy like the 4-pack for like $7.
So you never got sucked in by big lighting?
No, because I'm not buying into it.
I did.
I think it's his fault.
What? Don't believe innovation?
Don't buy into the scam. It's marketing.
I never thought of it. I don't know, and he didn't think of it. So what advances? So you just turn down all advances in technology?
No. If I like something, I'm in. I'm just not going to fall for the, hey, these lights are better. They'll last a lot longer. Like, I don't buy it. Give me the cheap ones. I'd rather just replace.
I don't get how you're on this, and we're getting worked. Is everyone on this? By the way, once again, P1 Brady is messaging us on the video because he was very worked up last night talking about the big lighting scam. And he said he's going to Home Depot next week per the warranty instructions.
Okay.
Because here's the thing. If you actually read the packaging on the lights, it says it only lasts this long. Like it's only a 5-year light bulb if you use the bulb on an average of 2 hours or less per day.
Stop.
Which is, I mean, that's like the fine print on a lease.
But I also
where you're like, hey, $169 a month for 36 months, and then it's like really fast, $5,900 down. This discount, this discount, this discount, the MSRP, and then you actually read it, and you're like, that car doesn't exist on the lot.
In the car, you get a warranty on the car, but you have to make sure you get every oil change and everything done at the dealer, which is not going to cost you more.
You have to read the fine print on the light bulbs.
But I what I'm saying is, like, I'm buying the cheapest light bulb no matter what. Like, I could not care if it's like, hey, it's brighter. Like, so who cares? Turn the light on.
No, the brighter thing is big. I tried to upgrade, and my kitchen has those recessed lights, and I couldn't see in the kitchen. I'm like, I'm getting brighter lights, and it saved me. I can't. Like, my house is a dungeon in many places. I have to get a lot more lighting. So where I have lighting, I try to get like the megawatt bulbs.
Okay. I mean, I
can't see. I'm going to cook, and I'm like, oh, let me put a little pepper here, and all of a sudden I'm dumping cumin all over my meal.
Well, that's
like, I don't know the difference.
Personal problem.
Better lighting and Coke bottle glasses are saving me.
Good combination. So if you have the thick glasses, why do you need the lighting?
It's a combination.
Okay.
So I haven't reached the brink of as I was just screaming last hour about hot dog eating competitions. I haven't reached that level like Petro did, who's now going into stores and yelling at people that their light labels are deceptive. But I wish him luck on that.
I mean, it sounds like something he would do.
Number 4.
Do we have another breakup in the world of golf? And is it one that Brooks Koepka is into?
Well, Brooks is into anything that goes wrong with DeChambeau. And it sounds like Bryson DeChambeau and his caddy are taking a break. I didn't know that you go through the same cycles of relationships as you do with a caddy, but apparently that's the case. And it's not the first time. His caddy, Tim Tucker, and Bryson DeChambeau broke up in 2017. They got back together in 2018. Now they're taking a break. And Brooks Koepka, who we know will do anything to get under the skin of Bryson DeChambeau, just simply tweeted out, couldn't do it without my guy Rick, best friend and greatest caddy to do it. 100 Ricky Elliott Appreciation Day.
Okay.
He just picked today, the day after the breakup of DeChambeau and his caddy, to acknowledge his own caddy. Clearly, it's an attack. But good for Brooks Koepka finding any way he possibly can to annoy and nudge Bryson DeChambeau. We'll see if Bryson DeChambeau's breakup, ends. But according to the agent, they've gone their separate ways for now. That doesn't mean forever, but it means they are not working together now. They met last night and decided to move on. It's just an accumulation of things, and it's never easy when a player and caddy split up. They just decided the best situation for now is essentially to not be together anymore. They're married.
Yes, I believe it.
This is crazy.
This sounds like a radio show. Lots of radio shows. You're together every day. Your guys, Opie and Anthony, right?
Sure.
Greeny and Golick. If you were a great golfer and I was your caddy, how long would we last? I would hammer you.
Would be
trying to motivate you, and I would just break you mentally. You'd be like, I can't do this anymore. I'm like last on every money list.
I think it'd be more interesting the other way.
I think it would be too. But you take it. That's the thing. If I destroyed your golf life, eventually you'd have to be, I have to get rid of you.
I don't think I would.
Okay.
It's just how I roll. Very loyal.
I want to win. I'm very competitive. Do you know, last night I got a message. I actually mentioned that I might do what Pat Beverly did to Chris Paul.
Just knock somebody down?
Yeah, just knock just be a complete sore loser and knock someone over.
I have no problem with it.
One of your old friends, Ryan Green, apparently I've scarred him for life.
Okay.
He messaged me. He goes, not sure why. He goes, but this reminded me of your famous water bottle smash against the wall before leaving the gym back in 2010.
It was at Cambridge.
Why does he still remember that?
Everybody does.
Why? It's not that big a deal.
Well, I think it ended the game.
Oh.
People are like, what just happened?
Then I walked out and left?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I think I smashed the water bottle, and everyone was like, oh, calm down, man. You're ruining it. And I'm like, all right, let's play.
I think
really?
You just left. I think you left, and then we only had like 4-on-3. It was like, what do we do now?
Damn, I might have been responsible for Crazy Brad coming into our life.
Well,
maybe he stepped in.
That was a different scenario.
What I did was not that bad. It was not. It's an inanimate object. What's a big deal if you throw a water bottle halfway across the court?
It was loud,
and
I also think the rec center was upset with us.
Oh,
because they were like letting us play, and then they're like, you can't be throwing stuff.
These things happen.
Sure.
I was young and immature. I was like 37.
It's Philly and New Jersey. I'll smash a lemonade right in your face.
Number 3.
You want to compete or not? So, can anyone out there actually say that Beverly was justified? Because you have the question today, Chris Paul, hero or annoying?
I mean, my response would be, if you want to fall down from nothing, I'm going to put you down.
Wow, look at you. Suddenly aggressive Adam Hill. You think he's an over-the-top flopper?
Oh, he is. And you can argue about last night if you want. I will say it's a clear flop. But it's not even the first time with DeMarcus Cousins, because people started recirculating the old one from when Paul was on the Clippers and Cousins was on the Kings, and there wasn't even contact, and then Chris Paul dove to the ground and started screaming. Like, it's not even the first time with the same guy. So, like, to me, all right, you took a fall, you're going to actually get knocked down.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You are Chris Paul. You're not the talent of Chris Paul, but you would do everything Chris Paul does.
Not the flops.
You would do the tuck into shirt thing. Remember that?
Oh, of course.
Remember how crazy that was?
That's fine with
guys are getting warned about not having their shirts tucked in.
Fine with that.
And he's like pointing at people like, shirts untucked.
Totally fine.
So what you're saying is if someone was playing basketball with you and you were as annoying as Chris Paul and you got pushed to the floor, you'd be like, I deserve it.
No, I think the flops are the key.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, listen, again, you fell. You jumped to the ground and like you were hurt. So I'm going to get my money's worth for that. This is going to happen. We're going to knock you down and actually try to hurt you. And if you want to dispute that, don't go to the ground hurt. Because okay, you can be hurt and lay on the ground and scream and look at the ref and say, hey, call it technical. But I'm actually going to make that happen now. And that's totally fine.
How do you view the Suns moving forward? Chris Paul could win his first title. That's a crowning achievement. The guy hasn't gotten it done to this point. That's awesome. Or are there going to be people out there who are like, oh, look at the field, asterisk. Everyone got hurt. You made it through.
I mean, as they should. That's
don't
factually correct.
But don't they deserve credit for not getting injured? Or is it just all so random?
I think it's random.
They survived Paul being out for at least a couple of games because of the COVID thing.
Sure, he's
back
in the playoffs. But he's back. He's playing now. They're getting by. They got by every single round against a team missing either their best or second best player, and it's going to continue in the finals.
I hate this.
And that's how it's going. That's how it should be remembered that way. It's factual. Like, nobody's saying they don't get the title. They get their rings, they get their banner, and when you look at the list of champions all time, it's going to say Phoenix Suns. But you absolutely should keep in mind that every single round they played a team that was shorthanded. Every round. Not one round are they going to win against a team that's at full strength, which is, it's crazy to think about it. And again, nobody's taking away the fact that they win the title, but you can't dispute that that's what happened. That's just a fact.
So I was asking you, hero or annoying. Were you also thinking annoying for the way he celebrated last night, not only with Suns fans, but also with some Clippers fans?
I don't really care about that. You can celebrate.
What about the fact that he hugged Billy Crystal?
It's weird. He called him his guy. It was like, he was very complimentary of Billy Crystal, which is fine. Again, he played there. That's where he was, and he has some fond memories, and he, wanted to share that with some people. And Billy Crystal's been a part of his life as somebody he's known. All that is fine. This is again 16 years in the league as one of the best players in the league. You finally make a finals. You should have the right to celebrate it any way you want to. Do whatever you want to celebrate it. Don't try to dispute the fact that it's there should be not an asterisk.
You still have to tell the story. So essentially, every year has an asterisk, some kind of asterisk. Maybe not every year, but a lot of years do.
What if you find a year where every single round the other team was missing their best or second best player? Every round, if you find that in the history,
I thought there was at least one Warriors year where it culminated with like everyone getting hurt, all the major players getting hurt.
For Cleveland.
Love and Kyrie, but I swear the rounds before
every round
they caught some breaks.
Maybe, but I mean every round. I don't think that was the case.
Research people, send it in.
Right. And again, if they did, fine.
But I think in that case, most people are like, they were awesome. It didn't matter.
Probably.
So they've been given a break on that.
Maybe, but again, that was also the finals. And by the way, you just pointed it out, didn't you? They won a title against a Cleveland team that had two guys missing. Like, we remember those things, as we should. It's part of the story.
Number 2.
You and your stupid facts. Just annoying. That's why listeners don't like you.
Sure.
Some of them.
True.
That's why others love you, though, because your dogged determination to stick with it, in spite of the fact that most people are like, "Yay, CP3," and you're like, "No, he wins the title." Astros. But how many people don't love this one? And we have referenced this a billion times on the show because we are not Dabo Swinney fans, although Adam is because he gave him an interview last year about the Clemson Raiders. Come on. Did we not see this coming with Dabo Swinney? Today will forever be known as Dabo Swinney Retirement Day when he didn't retire.
He didn't?
No.
I just assumed he did. I didn't check the news or anything, but I know that he said today is the day he was going to retire.
Name, image, likeness is here. Players can make money off of who they are and the sport they're playing. 2014 Clemson coach Dabo Swinney. We try to teach our guys use football to create opportunities, take advantage of the platform and the brand and the marketing you have available to you. But as far as paying players, professionalizing college athletics, that's where you lose me. I'll go do something else because there's enough entitlement in this world as it is. So basically the first sentence is just wiped out by him just thinking if they create opportunities or take advantage of their opportunities, somehow they're entitled.
Yeah.
But he said he would go do something else.
What's he doing?
He's still collecting on his 10-year, $92 million contract as of 5/19 Pacific here on July 1st.
But he's quitting.
No, he's
today
not.
is his last day.
No, he's not.
Well, yesterday was his last day. Today is his first day of doing something different. That's what he said. And now, of course, you hear, certain players basically coming out and saying, no. Dabo's all in on this. He's at the forefront. He's really going to help us make some money. Because, of course, he is. He was always going to do whatever it took to win games and to exploit anything he possibly could and continue to exploit kids. He'll figure it out.
I wish parents were more aware of this, the flip-flopping, the hypocrisy, and actually put it to him when they're recruiting his kid. Because most guys that Clemson is looking at are, top 7 schools in the country in the running for. So what do you have to lose? What's Dabo Sweeney going to freaking flip out on you? Hey, Coach, you kind of sounded anti-player back in 2014 when you said you'd quit if someone like my son makes money. Now what?
And by the way,
and make him tuck his way out of it, or he can walk out of the house. I don't care. Leave. I'll send my kid to Alabama instead.
By the way, if your response to this, I could hear people out there saying, "Hey, things have changed. It's 2014. It's a different world. Things have changed.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at 2019. Who knows? They may just do away with college football in 3 years. There may be no college football. They may want to professionalize college athletics. Well, then maybe I'll just go to the pros. If I'm going to coach pro football, I might as well just do that."
This wasn't a one-off. It wasn't a one-off.
No. This is 2000. That's 2 years ago.
And in 19, you could see it coming. Hey, you're buddies with him. You're the one who did the interview with him, so he's your pal.
I think Dabo does a fine job, and as long as he's returning phone calls, I think he's a great coach.
He's absurd. He put his foot in his mouth. Now people have the receipts. In the end, he's still going to get his 10 years and $92 million.